Hey, what is poppin'? It's your boy Fizz, and I'm bringing you guys the Week 7 battle for MPL, and I'm going up against Aaron, coach of the Calgary Infernape. And yeah, we're 3-3 right now. This is a very big game for us. Aaron is in our conference for playoffs, so if we get a win here, we'll move to 4-3, and that'll be fantastic. Put us in a really good position for playoffs. So definitely gonna try to win here. The rest of the games here pretty much are gonna be very important because they decide whether I do go to playoffs or not. So yeah, this is going to be a huge one here. Being above 500 is also reassuring. Definitely going to try to do that. And yeah, man, Aaron's a dude. He's such a chill guy. I've known him for a long time. And he's kind of a goat in the Wi-Fi community. So he records replays. He gens for people. He makes thumbnails. So he's honestly a goat for every Wi-Fi league he's in. He always does that stuff. So really good dude, and really everybody appreciates him for that. And he's overall a really good pal of mine. And yeah, this is going to be a very big battle. I'm definitely going to do my best here, try to pick up the W. And yeah, I'm just going to jump right into his team. He has Z-Mega, Mawile, Zygarde, Manaphy, Necrozma, Bisharp, Alolan, Ninetales, Xurkitree, Chestnut, and the Magmortar. So Aaron, he has a very powerful draft. Lots of offense, Mawile, Zygarde, Manaphy, Bisharp, and yeah, those are like really good offensive threats. And he also has a Xurkitree. Xurkitree is probably my least favorite thing to play against, especially with the Z-Man. You can Z-Hypnosis. You have to always prep for +1 Xurkitree because that thing can snowball so easily, man. Yeah, you have to prep for like a Scarf variant as well. Like those sets are always terrifying. Like this is the one Pokemon you can't like sleep on. It potentially being scarfed or stuff like that. And its coverage too is just insane. Energy Ball, HP Ice, Electric Stab. That's all you really need. So it's like really bad to play against Xurkitree. And obviously don't have a check to it, so it's going to be very difficult to prep for Xurkitree here. But yeah, lots of offense, and he has a huge flaw in his team, and I'm just going to jump right into my team and talk about that flaw. And here to expose that flaw is the Tapu Lele with the choice specs. Now, if you look at its team, his Fairy Resist is a Mega Mawile and a Magmortar, and both of those die in 2 Moonblast. So he has no switch-ins to specs Lele. It's like the best feeling in the world to be able to spam Moonblast against his entire team. It's just honestly really good feeling. And I have Psychic on there in case I need to hit Mawile or Magmortar harder in a scenario, or things in general a little better. Moonblast is just there just for spam ability. Psychic obviously hits harder. Shadow Ball is for the Necrozma in case I do need that, or if I need a neutral option for whatever reason. I don't really know why I would use Shadow Ball, and I have Light Screen on there for the Xurkitree in case I do need like a light screen up for something. But like I'm only going to be spamming Moonblast against this team really. Like there's no reason for me not to use like Shadow Ball. Psychic definitely has its uses here, but yeah, Specs Moonblast kind of just bodies his entire team. Next up I have the Hippowdon here. It's going to be very Fizz-Def. This is my Mega Mawile check. It has the Rocks, Roar, Slack Off, and the Earthquake. Roar is there for Zygarde, it's there for Manaphy if it wants to step in front of me and I want to call that out. It's for Necrozma, it's for Xurkitree, it's for Magmortar if it wants to run like a belly drum set. So phasing those things out is going to be really good for me. I can switch into a Mawile hit, and I can Earthquake that thing potentially. So yes, this is the best thing I had to a Manaphy check, quite honestly. And Rocks are going to be very good because it helps pressure that Magmortar, which is one of his Fairy Resist, so that's really good. And, you know, standard Hippo stuff, you know, like nothing really more to be explained. Next up I have my Sandrush Excadrill classic stuff, Life Orb, Dual Stab, Aerial Ace SD. Aerial Ace is there for the Chestnut. Other than the Chestnut, he has no switch into my Dual Stab. Especially if I get up into SD and I pressure him out, I can SD on the switch and then kind of kill something. That's pretty much how it's going to go. And Life Orb ensures that I get KOs on certain things, like the Zygarde and Manaphy. So, yeah. And I'm also Adamant, which is like really good. I can just completely body things. So that's pretty cool. Standard Excadrill stuff. Nothing more to be said. Next up I have my mixed, well, it's not really mixed. It's just a little Fizzdef Rotom that I have here with Papa Berry. Volt Switch, Leaf Storm, HP Ice, and the Defog. What this does, it just acts like a really nice pivot on this team. And yeah, it's just like a nice pivot with Defog. I didn't really want to be spike stacked in this game from Chestnut, so, and he's definitely going to bring Chestnut. It's his Excadrill switch in, quote unquote. So I really wanted to bring a Defogger, and this is the best momentum giver that I can have on my team. And also pressures a Manaphy offensively if he wants to be scared of like a Scarf variant or something like that. And I have HP Ice on there for a Zygarde. I'm able to take 2,000 arrows, which is pretty cool. And the rest in like special attack, because I didn't really need Spadef because I died to like all of his special Pokemon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is just here for Defog and can HP Ice a Zygarde pretty much in a nice pivot. Yeah, that's my Rotom. Next up I have my Suicune. Classic stuff, Scald, Toxic, Roar, Protect. Classic Suicune, man. Roar is really nice for the Manaphy. It's obviously like usually set up harder for Manaphy, right? Because it can like Tail Glow up in front of the Suicune. But I can roar that out, similar to Zygarde or whatever. Like Necrozma as well, I can roar everything out. It's really nice phasing, or phasing is really nice here. Toxic is really good because he can't run Z Rain Dance on Manaphy. I can Toxic that thing. I can also Toxic Xurkitree if I really want to. I can Toxic like everything on his team, except for Mawile and Bisharp, but those aren't switching into Scalds, you know. So you have a little bit of speed on there to be able to outspeed, I don't remember, but the speed is pretty useful, and I'm pretty mixed defensive as well. So I'm able to take a variety of hits, mostly Alolan Ninetales hits. This is my best switch into an Alolan Ninetales. Freeze Rise isn't doing that much because it's kind of bad. So yeah, that's pretty cool stuff for that. And next up I have a really good win con here in the Mega Gyarados. I decided to run Max Attack Adamant just so I'm able to actually sweep against this team. Like, he doesn't really have a check to +1 Mega Gyarados. Chestnut is going to be pressured enough by my team to the point where it's not going to be taking a +1 Ice Fang for Mega Gyarados. And the rest of his team kind of like gets bodied by one of my moves. So yeah, this is just standard stuff. At +1 I outspeed everything on his team unless it's like Scarf, Manaphy, I guess, and Rock Polish Necrozma. So yeah, this is just overall a really nice win con once his team is chipped enough. So yeah, just standard Gyarados stuff. Like, nothing really special about my prep. Like, it's all just standard stuff, you know, nothing really more to be explained. Spec Slele with the fat and offense, I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be my team. I think it's a pretty good team, and I think I have the upper hand in this matchup. Like, he definitely has a really powerful offense, but I just feel like my offense out-offenses him. If that makes any sense. I just have better offense against him. And yeah, good news actually is that this is going to be the last week with this team that you see on your screen. I'm going to be making some transactions, which I will discuss at the end of the video. So if you want to stay tuned, definitely go check that out. And it's going to be after the battle. So yeah, I'm gonna get connected with Aaron here, and I'm just gonna hop right into the battle. Hello, we are here with the battle. Why did I start it like that? We are here with the battle against Aaron on Showdown. Again, my DS is broken. Probably not gonna have one for the rest of the season, unfortunately. But you know, I have to play my battles, you know. So yeah, I'm going up against Aaron, and actually we decided to play in call, like in a voice call, because he was trying to help me connect with Citra, and Citra kept crashing for us for some reason. I don't really know why. So we're playing on Showdown now. So I'm like, hey, let's play in call. Might as well, right? It'll be fun. And that's exactly what we did. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun with mind games, bluffing, stuff like that. So it was pretty fun. But yeah, Aaron decided to bring a team consisting of his Zygarde, Manaphy, Alolan Ninetales, Necrozma, Mega Mawile, and the Chestnut. So no Xurkitree relieves my heart. I didn't like really expect it to come, but this thing's so scary, man. I hate that thing. But Sand really made it hard to use in this matchup. And yeah, the Rotom being able to switch into Energy Ball and Thunderbolt and Volt Switch or whatever, it's going to be pretty hard for it to do anything here. But I feel like the 6 that he brought was pretty correct. I think it was the best 6 that he could have brought. in what seems to be like a bad matchup for him, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just gonna decide to play the battle, and he decides to lead off with the Chestnut as I lead off my Lele. My thought process was, he's not gonna lead a Mawile. Let's just lead with my Wall Breaker. That was pretty much my mindset. He's just not gonna lead with a Mawile. He's probably gonna lead with like Chestnut or Necrozma, get up hazards. But yeah, I actually two-shot something right now, and he decides to sack off the Necrozma, which is pretty nice. And as you can see, it dies turn 2, so that's pretty cool. We take down a Pokemon within the first 2 turns as he goes into the Mega Mawile. And yeah, also the fact that he didn't bring Bisharp means that I can spam Psychic against his team, which is pretty clutch now that Necrozma is gone. But he goes for the Magnarize here, which is kind of sus. So I was kind of anticipating him to SD, but he reveals a Toxic. That's why I roared. And I roar him into probably the worst thing imaginable as he goes into Manaphy, because now he can Tail Glow up, taking advantage of my Hippo, because he knows that I need the Hippo to win the game. I'm just going to go into my Rotom as he Energy Balls, probably predicting a Suicune, which is pretty good. But the Rotom was a middle ground play that I decided to make, as I'm just going to Volt Switch here as he goes into his Chestnut, and it's Lele time. Get ready to get 2-shot. Something is getting 2-shot. I can use Psychic here as he reveals a Spiky Shield, so that reveals more of his set to me. And yeah, he's going to decide to sack off a Alolan Ninetales here. So no Veil is going to be really good for me, as it actually dies in 1 hit, so that's pretty tight. As he goes into Mega Mawile now, I still want to keep that around. If I can get it in on a Chestnut, again, he also has to pick a sack. Suicune didn't really seem that useful anymore. But I'm going to go for the Toxic here. I kind of misclicked. I wanted to go for the Scald, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter because now I go and see the Excadrill and kill something pretty much. And what this Excadrill does, it forces in the Chestnut, and I'm able to switch into my Lele because I think it was Spiky Shield scouting for the Aerial Ace, and I get a free kill with my Lele. But he goes for a Drain Punch, so I could have killed him with Aerial Ace, but it's okay. I only take 13% chip, and he goes for a Spiky Shield. No reason for me not to go for the Psychic here. So I'm just going to do that, and Lele already picks up 3 kills in 14 turns, so that's pretty tight. And I'm going to go back into my Hippowdon here, probably a misplay. I knew that I always needed Hippowdon alive to win the game, because right now Excadrill kind of wins a game once rocks are up, so getting rocks is going to be very important to me, and keeping Hippo alive is going to be very important to me, and yeah. So yeah, probably getting Chip on the Hippo is probably not the best option. I think I should have gone into Rotom Mow. Didn't really seem that useful anymore, really. Like, my thought process was for Zygarde, but like, I have Sand, I have Gyarados, I can take any hit. So I wasn't too sure why I didn't go Rotom Mow, and that's going to be a misplay. That's pretty big for me. But yeah, right here, he goes for Magnetize. I think I Roar, because I think he was going to Magnetize anyway, as he goes into Zygarde right here. And I believe right here, I'm going to go for the Rocks. I was so surprised he went for the DD, man. Like, I just revealed a Roar, right? I just used a Roar, but he decides to DD, so he kind of called me out there, and I have to pick a sack now. Moto's at 34%, and right here, I let my Hippo go down, and this is where it happens. Like, at this point, the entire battle, I'm like, I definitely need Hippo alive, and I need to keep that thing around at all costs, right? But for some reason, I had a huge brain lapse, and I decided to sack my Hippo for whatever reason, you know? Like, I wasn't thinking at all, and probably due to the fact that we were playing in Call, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I just had a massive brain fart, sacked Hippo. It's not looking to be good. I have a +1 Zygarde sitting in front of me. So, yeah. Right here, I'm going to go into my Gyarados instead of the Rotom for some reason. Don't know why I went into the Gyarados. Like, Rotom Mow, I can HP Ice in 2-shot the Zygarde, so I don't really know why I went to the Gyarados. But I do kill it with the Ice Fang, depending on the set. But right here, we go for a Toxic, and I miss my Ice Fang, which is really, really cool, because that means that I won't be able to damage the Zygarde that much, and as you can see, that's going to end up costing me really, really badly, because, yeah, as you can see, his set here, he's going to go for the sub, so I'm going to go for the Ice Fang again, try to hit that thing as best as possible, and, yeah, he's just going to keep subbing, and I'm going to get, like, 60% off from Toxic on me, and that's all because of that Ice Fang miss, man. If I hit that Ice Fang, he wouldn't be able to do this substitute shenanigans, and I wouldn't be losing like 59, or I wouldn't have lost my Gyarados like at all. But since that Ice Fang missed, I just completely lose my Mega Gyarados, which is able to take a hit from Manaphy and crunch that thing, and then I can kill it with a Rotom. So yeah, it was really bad. I could have D-Dance as well potentially. So yeah, that miss really sucks, but you know, I can't really do anything about it. But we go for a double down there. He goes into Mega Mawile. This was a huge turn because, well, I think at this point I lose regardless of whatever I do. I don't have anything that outspeeds Manaphy because I decided to sack my Hippowdon, 3000 IQ. So I went into the Rotom because I'm able to hit this thing pretty hard, or hit the Manaphy pretty hard. Didn't want that thing to be able to set up on me, and that was the best case scenario, right? If he goes into a Manaphy, I can Leaf Storm or Volt Switch out, whatever I want to do, and I'm able to go into Lele. Manaphy can't kill my Lele in one hit, regardless of what I do. But I think the correct play was just to go into the Lele, and then go into, I don't know. It's going to take too much time to think about this. So I went to the Rotom expecting the Manaphy, but now that he went Mawile, I think I just lose the game because I have to pick something to take a hit. As he goes for the Magnet Rise, which is actually pretty good for me because that means I'm able to Iron Head it next turn and kill it. And Manaphy, after Rocks, I should be able to kill it with a Life Orb, Adam, and Earthquake. As he goes for a Tail Glow, and this doesn't kill, I lose, and it doesn't kill, he lives very, very easily. I don't know what his spread was, but he was probably Cal to live after Rocks. But yeah, this is going to be the game against Aaron. GG's to him. I get swept by the Manaphy. So I choked horrendously because I sacked Hippo instead of Rotom. As you can see, Rotom did like nothing that entire game except Volt Switch once on the Chestnut. So it was a huge mistake sacking Hippo instead of the Rotom mode there. That's definitely what I should have done. Just a huge brain lapse there. Wasn't thinking at all. You know, it happens, but you know, classic Fizzle shit, you know, choking games, etc. But yeah, it was really frustrating, this loss, because I knew it was avoidable, and I just choked that horrendously, and that may have cost me playoffs. I don't know yet. We obviously don't know. It's still like 2 weeks left in the season, but I'm 3-4 right now. Either way, GG to Aaron. I had fun playing in Call, but it was very frustrating at the very end. Not gonna lie, I was super tilted. But you know, it's all good. It's Pokemon. So, but either way, we're gonna get him back in playoffs if we do end up playing. So, yeah, man, definitely go check his stuff out. He's such a great dude and does a lot for the community. Always, everybody's links are in the description below. And yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about the transactions that I'm going to be making. So yeah, as you can see, well, I'm gonna switch back to the other layout. Let me switch back to this screen. So as you can see, that's my team on the left, right? I'm going to be making some transactions. They're going to be active next week in Smacks. I'm going to be dropping the Hawlucha for the Scolipede. I'm going to be dropping the what's it called? The Garbodor and like 12th. I'm going to be dropping the Garbodor and some free points for the Mienshao and the Shelmet for Licky. That was horrendously worried. I'm dropping Hawlucha, Garbodor, and Shelmet for Scolipede, Mienshao, and Licky. So I think a problem with my team was I didn't really have enough reliable recovery outside of Hippowdon. Licky gives me a Wish Passer, so that definitely helps with that. And it's also pretty clutch because if somebody brings Rain against me, I'm able to Cloud9 with that with the Licky. And I had Scolipede because I didn't really like Hawlucha. I didn't feel like Hawlucha fit on my team. I didn't have speed control as it was, right? I have Sand, so I think that's enough speed control. Even though my draft isn't very fast, Scolipede helps with that either way because I'm able to get a speed boost up. I can't baton pass it, unfortunately, but that's fair and balanced. And yeah, Scolipede is really nice because it gives me access to spikes, anti-spikes, which Lele and Sand loves. And Mienshao gives me a better fighting type than Hawlucha. Like I think it serves better as a pivot with Lele because I didn't have a lot of pivoting either. It was just like Rotom Mo. Yeah, it was just only Rotom Mo. So this gives me a nice U-turn Pokemon and something to spam high jump kick for the steals, so that's really nice. And I have Licky Licky for just wedge pass and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be my transactions. Those are going to be active against Max, and I think that's going to be the best team that I'm probably going to draft. It was a long road. I didn't really have a very good team that I liked in the very beginning of the season, but at this point, I think I shaped my draft or my team really nicely, and I think I'm able to win these next 2 games and decide my future for playoffs. So it's going to be a very, very important few games for MPL. And yeah, again, next week we're playing against Max. And yeah, definitely going to be a big one there. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. And like always, have a swell day. Peace.